अच्छा अच्छा, आप चले जाएंगे, ओके ओके. Hello dear students, welcome to CUET concept. Very good evening to all of you. I hope students I'm audible to each one of you. Very good evening to all of you and welcome back to CUET concept, a new series that is PYQ solution series. Okay, I hope you guys will enjoy and you all are studying joyfully wherever you are. Your preparation is at extreme. All the very best on behalf of CUET concept to all CUET aspirants of MA English Literature. Today we will be doing previous year questions paper. Okay, we will solve some questions which have been repeatedly asked in your examinations, right? I'm just waiting people to reply either I'm audible or not, my voice is clear or not. एक बार सभी comments करके बता दीजिए that I'm audible to everyone, each one of you. Very good evening to Riya, Saurav, Ayushi, Harshita, Mohit, and all my dear students, Isha, Karishma, and I'm actually looking comments of yours here. Saurav as well. Very good evening to all of you. Very good evening to my dear students. As you know, in today's class we will be dealing with previous year question paper which have been repeatedly asked in your examinations, and you know PYQs are very important for preparation for any kind of examination, because while solving PYQs you just come to know the ideas that what kind of questions have been asked in your examinations, what are there, means which authors, especially in the context of English literature, which author is more important, which text is more important, from which portion of prescribed by NTA, CUET, okay, in your syllabus, which portions are more relevant, which portions have been asked many times, several times in your examinations. After solving PYQs, you come to know this kind of ideas. You actually will be aware about these facts, that which author is more important, which portion of English literature is more important, what kind of literary theory you have to focus more, and many more things you will come to know after solving PYQs, right students? So as you know, in our CUET concept and especially in PG concept, okay, for the preparation of CUET 2024, we have different eminent teachers, mentors in every faculties. Like you have in history Jyoti Aditya sir, okay, in English you know I'm here, in Hindi Rajneesh sir, your favorite Rajneesh sir will teach. Also you have faculty of MA Sociology, and in the faculty of MA Sociology Anmol sir will teach, and you can see the qualification of all these eminent teachers in our CUET concept. In Hindi also you have another mentors, Bikki sir, in geography Meeni ma'am, in zoology Yashashvi ma'am, also in political science you have Arun sir, and you can check the qualifications of all these mentors students. For preparation you can join as already you have gone through all these mentors, you have met already, even you have some discussion with these mentors in CUET concept. Okay, so let's start the discussion today. Let's start to solve previous year question paper. And I hope students am visible and audible both. Is everything clear? I hope there's no any technical glitch on your side. Please let me know, students, then I'll start today's series. Yes, students, please let me know. Is everything clear? There's no technical glitch on your side. Okay, fine, Harshita, Ayushi, and every one of you. And I'm really grateful to each one of you. Like, you are my strength, students, as you know. Okay, let's start the series today.
नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप सभी का CUET कॉन्सेप्ट में। तो बच्चों, आप लोग कैसे हो? आप लोग लगता है कि इस वीडियो के लिंक को शेयर नहीं किए हैं अपने कॉलेज के ग्रुप में, है ना? इसमें बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट हैं जो BHU से, DU से, JNU से भी लाइव जुड़े होंगे, यानी कि वहाँ से वो UG कर रहे होंगे या PG भी करेंगे। तो एक बार आप लोग इस वीडियो के लिंक को पूरा शेयर कर दीजिए अपने कॉलेज के ग्रुप में। जैसे कि बहुत सारे दिल्ली के फेमस कॉलेज हैं, वहाँ पे पढ़ाई कर रहे होंगे आप लोग। बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट हैं जो BHU में पढ़ रहे हैं, थर्ड ईयर में हैं। इसके अलावा JNU की भी तैयारी कर रहे होंगे। तो अब ये है कि अब आपको BHU में पढ़ रहे हो या DU में, तो अब आपको JNU जाना है। और मैम JNU को करेक्ट कर चुकी है, रैंक 6 था मैम का। तो आप लोग बिल्कुल भी परेशान नहीं होइएगा, मेरा यही आपसे निवेदन था। इसलिए मैं एक बार लाइव आ गया। सौरभ, निकिता, सहरिया, आयुषी, रिचा, एक बार ज़रूर आप लोग बताओ मैम कैसी पढ़ाती है, क्योंकि आप लोग पेड कोर्स के भी स्टूडेंट हो। और इस वीडियो को पूरा शेयर करो, एक बार शेयर करके आओ सब लोग। फिर मैम क्लास को कंटिन्यू करेगी। जैसा कि आप सभी को पता है, CUET UG, PG, B.Ed सबकी तैयारी यहाँ पे होती है CUET कॉन्सेप्ट पर। इसके अलावा आपको ये भी पता है, यहाँ पे पल पल की अपडेट भी मिलते रहती है। चलिए आप लोग एक बार लिंक को शेयर कीजिए। बहुत सही, बहुत सही। चलिए आप लोग जो है मैम के बकलोली हो, है ना? कंटिन्यू कीजिए मैम।
Okay,
और एक निवेदन है, आप लोग जो है ना, जितने भी सवाल आएंगे सभी सवाल का आंसर देने के लिए तैयार रहिएगा। जो पहले सवाल का जवाब देंगे मैम जरूर उनका नाम ले लीजिएगा।
हाँ, sure. Means your questions will be also entertained here, right? And also I'll welcome your answers. Even I'll be happy to see your answers, students, because these sessions are only for you, only for your preparation, right? And this series will help you to score more in your examination. This solution series, you can say, to make you aware like what kind of questions will be asked in your examination and how would you tackle those questions. Okay, many students have intellectuality, deep knowledge regarding topics, but in examination hall, due to many personal reasons, okay, and even in general reasons, students cannot be able to solve those questions. But after attending all these series, you will be capable enough to tackle the questions in your examination. Okay, all the very best for your preparation, students. Let's start the class today. And the first question on your screen that has been asked in your examination previously in CUET PG exam from Booker Prize, especially International Booker Prize. You all have idea about the work and the author as well. Question I'm reading out, that is, which Indian women writer was awarded Booker Prize for Literature in translation in the year 2022? Question is from Booker Prize, okay? and especially International Booker Prize, which previously was known as Man Booker International Prize. I just want to know the answer from you students. I'm looking at your comments. Oh, very nice. It's great, students, like you know the answer. And I know it's quite easy question. And you know, student, these kind of question will be there in your examination. Actually, in your examination, you don't need to be worried. You don't need to pressurize yourself, because sometimes pressure will make you worry. Questions will be asked in your examination, easy kind of, right? Average on a moderate level of questions will be there in your exam. But the most important thing, you should know how to tackle the question. For example, this question is quite easy in English literature. And recently, you all have gone through the work written by 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐿, the novel that is Red Samadhi. You know the author's name, right? Most importantly, this question has been asked previously in CUET PG exam. So I'm very happy to see all these comments, all these answers from you guys. And the answer is yes, 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐿. Let's know more about what does it mean when you say Booker Prize. As you know, student, Booker Prize, International Booker Prize is actually a literary prize. Also, there's difference between Booker Prize and International Man Booker Prize. Although now we will come to know the International Booker Prize, that was previously known as Man Booker International Prize, right? The International Booker Prize and Man Booker International Prize, it's same actually. If the both term can be asked in your examination, please don't be confused. The International Booker Prize, which was previously known as Man Booker International Prize, is an international award given in the field of literature, right? These facts are very important, student, because these facts have been asked in your examinations several times. Even before CUET, like many universities like JNU, Delhi University, EFLU, HCU conduct their own examination, own entrances, right? So at that point of time, these questions have been asked in your examination, okay? So just remember, in the year 1993, there are two important dates, especially associated with the name Salman Rushdie, one of the most prominent authors of Indian English literature. So in the year 1993, Booker of Booker's Prize was awarded to Midnight Children, written by Salman Rushdie. This question has been asked in your examination previously. Another important thing you have to remember, that in the year 2008, again Midnight Children was also awarded to the best of the Booker Prize, okay? Booker of Bookers and the best of Bookers both were awarded to Salman Rushdie, Midnight Children. These questions have been asked several times in your examination, students, and especially these terms are important, Booker of Bookers and also the best of the Booker. In the year 2010, J.Z. Farrell, you know the Siege of Krishnapur, very important work, has been awarded Lost Man Booker Prize. So if in your examination, if this question will be asked, who is regarded as the Lost Man Booker Prize, just remember the name J.Z. Farrell and the popular author of English literature for the work The Siege of Krishnapur, right? And again, after 50 years, in the year 2018, student, to celebrate the 50th anniversary, the Golden Man Booker Prize was awarded to Ondadzi English Peasant. This question was also there in UGC NET examination, right? Like who got the Golden Man Booker Prize in the year 2018. Actually, in the year 2018, many works have been shortlisted for the award Golden Man Booker Prize. But ultimately, English Patient written by Audentji got Golden Man Booker Prize. So all these terms are very important, students, related to Booker Prize. First thing you have to keep in your mind, that is Booker Prize, this difference between International Booker Prize and Booker Prize. All these terms are related to Booker Prize only. And the International Man Booker Prize was previously known as Man Booker International Prize, right? And in the year 1993, Booker of the Booker's Prize was awarded to Salman Rushdie for the work Midnight Children. And also in the year 2008, the best of the Booker was awarded to Salman Rushdie himself. Also, the man J.Z. Farrell has been awarded the title Lost Man Booker Prize in the year 2010. And in the year 2018, you have, in the 50th anniversary, the Golden Man Booker Prize was awarded to Audentji's English Patient, right? I hope, students, these kind of questions, if these kind of questions will be there in your examination, you won't miss. You will correct all these questions. Yes, you all are getting this. And you know, from the question, as we have seen previously, that 𝐂𝐔𝐄𝐓 got International Man Booker Prize in the year 2022. That is the Nobel, she has written in Hindi language, and the title is Ret Samadhi. Ret Samadhi translated into English language as Tomb of Sand by Daisy Rockwell. This question was also has been asked, okay? This question was also there in your examination. Who has translated the work of 𝐂𝐶𝐓, Ret Samadhi? Remember the translator's name, that is Daisy Rockwell, okay? Daisy Rockwell has translated the novel written by 𝐂𝐶𝐓 in English language as the title, that is Tomb of Sand. I hope, students, you got questions, you got these terms related to Booker Prize. Just let me know it's clear or not. Yes, student, are you getting my point or not? Just let me clear this question is clear to know to you or not, although it's very basic. I'm just looking at your comments. समझ आया आप सभी को? Okay. Who is this merchant? May I know you? Are you a student here or you are someone else? Anyway, thank you, students. Let's move to another question of the day. And the question on your screen is, in which of the following poems does Belinda, as you know the name previously, I know because you are a student of literature and you must read the work written by Alexander Pope. You will tell me the title of the work, student. In which of the following poems does Belinda, a famous character, appear? And the options are before you: Hudibras, The Rape of the Lock, An Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot, and Four Pastorals. You will tell me the title. You know, I actually hope to each one of you that you must read this work, The Rape of the Lock. Yes? an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot also, and 4 pastorals as well. Wow, students, great. Nikita, Ayushi, Ria, Harshita, all these students are also there in paid course. I think all of you have joined, whoever are there in paid course. Yes. Obviously, the rape of the lock. Okay. Students, I'm very happy to see your comments that you know the answer. Actually, it makes me feel delighted. That is why I say you are my strength. You all are my strength. You guys are my inspiration. You guys make me teach like this, okay? I'm just going through the comments of Rishabh, Nikita, Saurav, Jayashankar, Ria, Hariom, Hemlata. Okay, Saurabh, great. Rape of the lock. You are the same Saurabh who is there in our class in paid course, right? Okay, so yes, student, Belinda, the major character, the protagonist of the work, appears in the work The Rape of the Lock, one of the most popular work written by Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope, you know, one of the most important classicists of Augustan period. Even the name associated with him, that is Pope, you know, he is most importantly known for his satire, his burlesque, and of writing mock epic. And you know, student, this question has been asked previously in your examination, what kind of work The Rape of the Lock is. That means what's the genre of the work The Rape of the Lock. Remember, The Rape of the Lock is a mock epic, right? And also is an example of high burlesque in literature. You know, burlesque and mock epic is a kind of parody. You, if you have gone through the work The Rape of the Lock, you might have realized that very trivial things, that is the cutting of the hair, okay, the cutting of the lock, has been portrayed in the work at the greatest level, okay. Trivial things have been portrayed like such a big incident, incidents have happened. Are you getting my point? So that is why The Rape of the Lock is a kind of mock epic, okay, and is an example of high burlesque. You know, Hudibras is an important work written by Samuel Butler. You might know this. The Rape of the Lock by Alexander Pope. 4 pastorals also by Alexander Pope. An epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot also by Pope. You all know, students. So remember always, this question has been asked several times in your examination, that the major character Belinda appears in which work of Alexander Pope. Okay, remember The Rape of the Lock, which is a kind of mock epic and is an example of high burlesque. You got it? Just let's move to another question of the day, and the question is on your screen, that is Sir Thomas Malory's Morte d'Arthur is an example of, you have to tell what is the genre. Okay, you know, in literature, in every kind of literature, especially you are reading English literature, so there are varieties of genres, right? You have in your option novel, narrative poem, essay, romance. Okay guys, just let me know what kind of genre Morte d'Arthur is. What's the genre of the work Morte d'Arthur, written by Sir Thomas Malory, one of the important writer, one of the most important writer of Renaissance period. Okay. Even before Renaissance, you can categorize Thomas Malory. Yes, I'm waiting for your comments, students. A merchant, who is this merchant? Either you are very serious student or what should I say? You are getting my point. And you know silence is the best answer of everything. I don't know who the hell are you, but welcome to you here in CUET concept. After attending this class, you will learn several things at the same time. Okay? Anyway, okay students, I'm waiting for your answer. Novel, narrative, poem, essay or romance. What is the genre of the work that is Morte d'Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory? I'm looking at the comments answers by students. They have told narrative poem. Some of you have written novel as well, romance, narrative poem. Okay, yes. So just let me clear the answer. Your answer is romance, and especially chivalric romance. Okay, in which kings, emperor, this kind of genre, this kind of romance, that is chivalric romance, was popular in medieval age in British literature. Okay, and you know Thomas Malory is an important author of English literature in medieval age most popularly, and the particular work that is Morte d'Arthur, many times in your examination they have asked the question, who has written the work Morte d'Arthur? Okay, so remember the writer. The work Morte d'Arthur has been written by Sir Thomas Malory. Okay, and the genre of the work is chivalric romance, not narrative poem. It's a kind of prose work, student. Okay, if you will go through this work, you will find the genre, the writing is in prosaic form. Okay, not in poetic form. Got the answer, student? Hemlata, yes, Saurav. Anyway, focus here, students, right? Let him enjoy, let him learn here as well. Be polite enough to forgive, right? This is what we have learnt in literature as being a student of literature. Just ignore those comments and focus here, student, because this session is for you only, for your preparation, and we are trying our best to make you get your dream university, okay, for which you are aiming at and for which you have been preparing so hard. So we all are with you. Whole CUET concept is with you guys, right? So focus on your preparation only. Focus what actually which university you are aiming at, right? Anyway, let's move to another question. It's quite easy, and the most important literary theory, you know, student, in English literature examination, most importantly, these years, recent years, they have asked many questions from literary theory and literary criticism and also cultural studies, right? Sorry. So, eco-criticism is actually an important literary theory. Many researches in English literature are going on in our country. You can find many research scholars doing their PhD on particular literary theory, eco-criticism, and it's quite easy to understand. If you have gone through literary theory, you must have read this particular theory of literature that is known as eco-criticism, and the title itself is suggesting. This question was there in your previous year examination of CUET. They have mentioned all these options. I'm reading out. The first option before you is that sometimes called green cultural studies. Okay, remember this. Second option, one of the fastest growing critical approach. It's also true that criticism, eco-criticism is very developing literary theory. It's actually one of the fastest growing critical approach in literary theory, in literature. Many research scholars, many students are applying this eco-criticism in their research papers, in their research, okay? And the next option before you is criticism concentrating on the relationship between literature and natural environment. And the last option is all of the above. I know students, you all have read this eco-criticism in our paid courses. In our paid course also, I'll be starting soon literary theory, as I have finished Indian English literature and literary criticism as well. Some portions have left out. But I expect the answers from you guys, and you are correct. You guys are correct actually. Saurav, Hemlata, Harshita, Rishav, Riya, Alok. Okay, so yes, it's true. The option is 4, right? Eco-criticism, the first option is also true, is known as green cultural studies. As the title itself suggesting, it is a study of, it is actually an interdisciplinary study of literature and environment, okay, at the same time. It's actually, if you will go through the texts in eco-criticism, you will come to know the facts that authors have, and many critics, many theorists have tried to balance between natural circumstances, environment and literature. Okay, so eco-criticism is the study, interdisciplinary study between nature, environment and literature. And it's very true to say eco-criticism is known as green cultural studies. It is also true to say that it is one of the fastest growing critical approach in literature. Also, criticism concentrating on the relationship between literature and natural environment. So, your option 4 is correct. All these statements mentioned in your options are correct, right? I hope students you got eco-criticism. Now we will come to know how many theorists are important, from whom many questions have been asked in your examination. You have some important theorists in eco-criticism. Now just look at them. The first theorist of eco-criticism is William Rucat, the first person to use the term eco-criticism in his essay. And the title of the essay is Literature and Ecology, an Experiment in Eco-Criticism. Okay, remember this man, remember this popular theorist of eco-criticism. The name is William Rucat, the first person to use the term eco-criticism in the essay. The name of the essay also you have to keep in your mind, because many times they have asked this question, and this year in CUET 2024 in MA English exam they can ask you. Okay, so remember this, the title of the essay, that is Literature and Ecology, an Experiment in Eco-Criticism. And William Rucat is the first person to use the term eco-criticism. Another theorist in eco-criticism you have Rachel Carson, in the and the important work by Raquel Carson is Silent Spring. This question was there in UGC NET examination. Who has written the work Silent Spring? Who is the author of the work Silent Spring? So remember, Raquel Carson, also one of the most important theorists of cultural studies. You might have studied, you might have read the works by him, and the name, you know, obviously Raymond Williams. So important work in the theory of eco-criticism. He has contributed by writing the work that is The Country and the City. These works are famous in eco-criticism, students. And The Country and the City also has been asked several times in examination. Many times they have asked who has written the work The Country and the City. Remember, Raymond Williams is the theorist, popular theorist of cultural study, has written the work. Also, Raquel Carson's work, that is Silent Spring, is famous in eco-criticism. And William Ruckert, who is the first person to use eco-criticism in the work Literature and Ecology, an experiment in eco-criticism. Right? I hope these facts, these basic facts related to eco-criticism is clear to you, student. समझ आ रहा है? Clear हुआ eco-criticism? I hope अगर eco-criticism से questions पूछे जाएंगे आपके examination में, आपके exams में, तो आप miss नहीं करोगे, आप गलती नहीं करोगे. You will correct it. On to you. Is it clear or not, student? So I hope you guys that if questions will be there from eco-criticism, you won't miss. You will tackle those kind of questions asked from this particular theory, and you will score 4 marks. If you will, as you know the pattern, if you will correct any question asked in your examination, you will be rewarded 4 marks. Okay? So eco-criticism and famous authors, famous theorists of this particular theory is clear to you, I hope, student. So next question, also from literary theory. You know, as I have mentioned already, literary theory is actually popular portion of English literature. Even in UGC NET examination, GATE examination, even in assistant professors examination, SET, they have asked in your MA entrance as well, they have asked they asked several times. They ask every time many questions, several questions from literary theory itself. So for your understanding, I'm just making you aware, student, please focus on literary theory because it's an important portion in your examination this year. Many questions will be asked from literary theory itself. Okay, so all literary theories like formalism, starting from liberalism, formalism, structuralism, post-structuralism, reader response, new historicism, Marxism, okay, eco-criticism, and there are many more theories you have to study. You have to focus more on literary theory, literary criticism, and as previously I have mentioned in paid course, always I mention this, that on which area, on which portion of English literature you have to focus more. So another question on your screen is from English literary theory itself, and that is from post-structuralism. As you guys have studied post-structuralist theory, post-structuralism, you might have idea about these options. The question is, who among the following is not a post-structuralist critique? Okay, mention, just be careful here. Who among the following is not a post-structuralist critique? Okay, you know the name, the famous name, Jacques Derrida, also Roland Barthes, Claude Lévi-Strauss, Paul D. Mann. all these theories are important. All these names you have heard already, students, I know. So just let me know who among the following is not post-structuralist critique. I expect answers from you because this question is also quite easy from the portion of literary theory. Anu, Riya, yes, Harshita, Saurav, Shivam, Aman, Saurav, Nikita, Suraj, Hemlata. Yes, student, it's true. The option is Claude Lévi-Strauss. As you know, Jacques Derrida is one of the most popular post-structuralists, and you know the name of the work written by him, that is of grammatology, right? Also, you have another structuralist and post-structuralist as well, and the name Roland Barthes, A/Z, the death of the author. You might have read all these works, critical works written by Roland Barthes. Paul de Man also has extended the idea of Jacques Derrida in post-structuralism especially. You know, student, structuralism, you might have studied this theory, structuralist theory, or structuralism, that mainly theorists have focused on the structures of the text. And you might have heard, you might have studied the popular personality of structuralism. The name is Ferdinand de Saussure. As you know, Saussure has given many concepts, like the concept of sign and signifier, lang and parole, okay, syntagmatic, paradigmatic, many more concepts Ferdinand de Saussure has given in the work in the course of general linguistics. This question also has been asked in your examination several times. So remember the name Ferdinand de Saussure and the concepts by him. The concept, actually the four concepts given by Ferdinand de Saussure are important. That is the concept of sign and signifier, the concept of lang and parole, also the concept of syntagmatic and paradigmatic, also the concept of synchrony and diachrony. Okay, actually the study of present era, things happen presently, and the study throughout your past, that is a diachronic study. So the name you have to remember, and the work written by him, written by Ferdinand de Saussure, that is course in general linguistics. You have to remember in structuralism. Also you have another theorist, another major theorist in the portion of structuralism, and the name is Roland Barthes. As you will come to know important works written by him, and the most important work is the death of the author, also including with A/Z, writing and difference, and there are many more works. I'll let you know guys soon. You know, in the realm of post-structuralism, Jacques Derrida is a representative, and Paul de Man has extended the connotations given in the theory of post-structuralism by Jacques Derrida. Okay, so Paul de Man, Jacques Derrida, Roland Barthes, all these theories are associated with post-structuralism, but Claude Lévi-Strauss is mainly associated with structuralism, including with Ferdinand de Saussure. So you have correct answer, that is option number 3, Claude Lévi-Strauss. And I'm very happy to see your comments, students, that you are right, you have given me correct answer. Just let's know the important works written by these authors. You know, mythology is very important work written by Roland Barthes, also A/Z. These questions, these works have been asked several times in your examination, student. That is why I have mentioned here, so that you won't miss if question will be asked from these authors and from these works especially. So remember, popular works, famous works written by Roland Barthes, that is mythologies, published in the year 1957, A/Z. Also the pleasure of the text, very important text. You should go through this text, this work written by Roland Barthes, that is the pleasure of the text. And most importantly, that is death of the author, writing degree 0. Okay, all these works are important, all these works are famous in structuralism and post-structuralism, both written by Roland Barthes, right? You have another writer, another theorist, famous theorist, representative of post-structuralism, Derrida, and you have famous works written by him, that is Speech and Phenomena of Grammatology, right? It's a PPT issue, I think, student. Just mention on your notebook separately Speech and Phenomena, and just mention there on your notebook under double inverted comma, right? Double inverted comma, because these works are really very important. These works have been asked in your examinations, right? So these works you have to keep in your mind the name of these works. Speech and Phenomena, important work written by Derrida of Grammatology. Also Writing and Difference, the work written by Derrida himself, and another work that is Dissemination, right? And you have important work written by Paul de Man, that is Blindness and Insight, Essays, and the complete title of Blindness and Insight is Essays in the Rhetoric of Contemporary Criticism. Also you have another work, that is The Resistance of Theory. All these works you have to keep separate on your notebook, students. These questions, these names have been asked several times in your examination, so just keep in your mind. And I hope the question is clear to you, like Derrida, Roland Barthes and Paul de Man, all these men are associated with post-structuralism, but Claude Lévi-Strauss is importantly known for the contribution given in the field of structuralism. Got it? Clear हुआ student? ये सारे questions बहुत important है. And now on your screen you have easy question, and from William Shakespeare. You know, I know most of you have the favorite choice about the author, and you like the most William Shakespeare, as the realm of English literature starts from him, the existence. Okay, so the question is, pick the odd one out with regard to William Shakespeare. As I am looking at these comments, मेरे क्वेश्चन पढ़ने से पहले ही स्टूडेंट्स ने आंसर देना स्टार्ट कर दिया, मतलब क्वेश्चन सच में इजी है. एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी यू गाइज आर गेटिंग मी, यू गाइज आर गेटिंग द क्वेश्चन. देखो बच्चे, आपके एग्ज़ाम में क्वेश्चंस बहुत हार्ड नहीं पूछे जाएंगे आपसे. सम ऑफ यू आर थिंकिंग, सम ऑफ यू माइट हैव थॉट कि मैम इतना इजी क्वेश्चंस क्यों लेकर आ रही हैं, क्यों PYQ सीरीज़ में इतना इजी क्वेश्चंस सॉल्व करा रही हैं. इसलिए क्योंकि आपके एग्ज़ाम्स में भी आपसे बहुत हार्ड क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछे जाएंगे, आपसे बहुत टफ क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछा जाएगा. और CUET एज यू नो इट्स कॉमन यूनिवर्सिटी एंट्रेंस टेस्ट, तो वो जो डिफ़िकल्टी लेवल JNU और DU लेवल का था, जो मोस्ट पर्टिकुलरली if you will go through the questions paper previously asked in JNU entrance, you won't find in CUET PG entrance, right? क्योंकि ये common entrance है, तो सारे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ का एक कॉमन पैनल होगा जो क्वेश्चन सेट करेंगे. तो बहुत टफ क्वेश्चंस आपसे नहीं पूछा जाएगा, बस आपको बहुत ही एनालिटिकल वे में, बहुत ही खुद को ऑब्जेक्टिव वे में ये सारी चीज़ें, ऑल्दो इंग्लिश लिटरेचर, इवन किसी भी लिटरेचर में पढ़ना तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं, बट हार्ड वर्क के साथ साथ स्मार्ट वर्क मैटर करता है, एज ऑल ऑफ यू नो दिस. तो आपको अपनी प्रिपरेशन ऐसी रखनी है कि आपके एग्ज़ाम में अगर हार्ड क्वेश्चन भी आता है तो आपको ये नहीं लगे कि ये नाम, ये ऑथर, ये टेक्स्ट, ये लिटरेरी प्राइज़ या फिर ये थियरी, ये क्रिटिक्स मैंने पहली बार देखा है, पहली बार सुना है, ठीक है। और बहुत बार आपके एग्ज़ाम में मेजर ऑथर्स के माइनर्स वर्क पूछते हैं और बहुत बार माइनर ऑथर्स के मेजर वर्क्स पूछते हैं। तो ये सारी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें आपको अपने माइंड में रखनी होगी, तभी आप क्वेश्चन पेपर अच्छे से टैकल कर पाओगे, क्वेश्चंस को अच्छे से सॉल्व कर पाओगे और अच्छा स्कोर कर पाओगे, ठीक है। और जिस भी यूनिवर्सिटी का ड्रीम है आपको, जिस भी यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए आप सपने देख रहे हैं अपने पीजी एडमिशन के लिए, आप तभी उसको पाएंगे, क्योंकि स्मार्ट वर्क बहुत ज़रूरी है। एवरीवन नोज़ कि बहुत पढ़ना है लिटरेचर में, लेकिन कब, क्या, कैसे पढ़ना है, दैट मैटर्स ओनली। क्या नहीं पढ़ना है, दैट मैटर्स द मोस्ट कि क्या पढ़ना है, राइट। आई होप यू गॉट माई पॉइंट। सो एज you guys have answered already, that is the answer is 12th Night. Why, students? Because 12th Night is a kind of comedy. It's an example of comedy written by William Shakespeare. Everyone knows, I hope. And Othello, Hamlet, King Lear, Macbeth, all these tragedies written by Shakespeare, regarded as the greatest tragedies, okay, ever written by William Shakespeare in the realm of English literature. बहुत बार तो क्वेश्चंस आपके एग्जाम में ऐसे भी पूछा गया है कि what are the 4 famous tragedies, okay, great tragedies written by William Shakespeare. So याद रखिएगा, Othello, Desdemona, all of you know, all of you might have read the play tragedy in your UC program. Desdemona is the heroine of the play Othello. Hamlet, everybody knows Hamlet, the protagonist himself. King Lear as well, and Macbeth, the witches of Macbeth, you all have gone through, you all have heard. So 12th Night is the correct option. 12th Night sounds here odd because it is an example of comedy, and Othello, Hamlet, King Lear, Macbeth, all these are example of tragedy, right? Let's move to another question. Okay students, just let me know, are you enjoying this session or not? बोरिंग तो नहीं फील हो रहा है? ऐसा तो नहीं लग रहा है कैसा कैसा क्वेश्चन ला के रख दिए हैं मैम? Just let me know students, are you enjoying or not? Are you getting all these answers or not? Honestly speaking, this session will help you to tackle more questions in your examination, because I have brought popular questions which have been asked in your examination several times, right? So just make me aware, just let me know, are you enjoying this session or not? Then I'll be focusing the question, and as I'm looking at these comments of yours, student, I'm really very happy to see all these comments. Okay. So the question is there on your screen is, the Sahitya Academy Awards are given for the best writing in how many Indian languages? You know, I am looking these answers, 22. Very true, student. Because as you know, 22 languages are there in 8th schedule of Constitution of India, right? And there are 2 more languages, that is Rajasthani and English. So the option is, the correct option is 22. And you will be glad to know this this fact, that this question was also there in UGC NET examination and GATE examination as well, because every year in every exam they ask question from literary events, literary prize and literary trends. In your CUET PG syllabus as well, the last portion has been mentioned based on literary prizes, literary awards, literary events and contemporary events happened in the field of literature, English literature especially, right? So it's very important to know Sahitya Academy Award, and whoever are there from paid course, I know students you have studied that from Indian English literature, from Indian writing in English, that which author got Sahitya Academy Award for which work and in which year. I have taught already, as many times they ask question that Salman Rushdie got or many authors as well, Anita Desai, Kiran Desai, Kamla Das, okay, Raja Rao, R.K. Narayan, also Mulk Raz Anand, and all those famous authors from Indian English literature got Sahitya Academy Award in which year and for which work. So also this fact, this literary award, also you have to study carefully, you have to keep in your mind carefully, okay. So I am very happy to see the answer, that is 22. Although if in your examination if they will mention 24, then 24 is also correct option, because 22 languages are there in the 8th schedule, mentioned in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution, right? And there are 2 more languages, that is Rajasthani and English. Although you will come to know these languages, student. 8th schedule to the Constitution, 22 languages have been mentioned, and those 22 languages, these 22 languages are there, like that is 8th schedule to the Constitution of India, alongside 2 languages, that is English and Rajasthani, and these 22 languages like Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, English, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Rajasthani, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. All these are 22 languages mentioned in the 8th schedule, right? So you have another question on your screen, student, and that is the first women to receive the Jnanpith Award. It's a factual question, because many times in your examination they ask direct question, and it's very factual question. It's a direct question asked in your exam previously. It's the fact basically, who is the first women to receive Jnanpith Award in literature. The name you all know. The option 3 is correct, Asha Purna Devi, right? The option 3 is correct, that is Asha Purna Devi, right? She is the first lady, she is the first woman to receive Jnanpith Award in literature. Oh, it's also interesting for me to teach you guys, to meet you here on YouTube, on this platform, particularly student. I'm very happy to see these. Riya, Rishabh, Saurabh, Bhupati, Hemlata, Ayushi, Anu, Riya, Richa, and I'm looking comments of everybody, of each one of you. Very happy to see you guys, okay? I'm also feeling glad to teach you here on this platform. Okay, let's move to another question. Who wrote the seminal critical work? You know, that is very famous work in English criticism, especially in new criticism. The name of the work is Principles of Literary Criticism, okay? Who wrote the seminal critical work, that is Principles of Literary Criticism? Tell me, students. You know, new criticism is very important topic you have to study. New criticism is very important movement, you can say, theory you can say, in 20th century. And under the category of new criticism, mainly theorists have focused, critics have focused on close reading of the text. As you have gone through many critics like T.S. Eliot, many literary critics like T.S. Eliot, Matthew Arnold, as you have observed that writers are not as important as readers. For example, they have mentioned the text written by them, written by writers, are more important than author. For example, if you have to read a work, any piece of literature, first thing you can do to go through the work, okay? Also, for the very first time, you can go through about the author. You can try to know more about the author. But in new criticism, close reading, this is the umbrella term, okay? They have focused, these critics of new criticism have focused more on close reading. That is, text is, whatever have been written on the paper is more important than knowing the author, right? Text is more important than author. So as you have seen the death of the author written by Roland Barthes, here also the seminal work, very important critical work of new criticism, the title is Principles of Literary Criticism. Who has written the work? You know, student, as of course this time also you are right, student, the option is I.A. Richard, okay? I.A. Richards. You know, the seminal work written by Aristotle, that is Poetics, as we have studied Aristotle in our paid batch, paid course, okay? Poetics is one of the most important work written by Aristotle. The Republic is an important work written by Plato, okay? Also T.S. Eliot, you know, Hamlet and His Problem, one of the most famous critical works by T.S. Eliot, as well as you have many essays written by T.S. Eliot, that is Tradition and Individual Talent, The Function of Criticism, The Frontiers of Criticism, and there are many more things. Those kind of terms like objective, correlative has been asked several times in your examination. Who has coined this term? Remember the critique, T.S. Eliot, and also the most important poem, the most famous work by T.S. Eliot in literature, that is the Wasteland. I know you all have studied, you all have read the poem, that is the Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. But as a critic, you have these important works, Hamlet and His Problem, Tradition and Individual Talent, The Function of Criticism, The Frontiers of Criticism, and many more essays. I.A. Richard, the important work, that is Principle of Literary Criticism. You have another new critics, okay, theorist, critics of new criticism, and the major work written by F.R. Lewis is what? The Great Tradition. And this question has been asked in your examination previously, students. Who has written the work The Great Tradition? Remember, the work has been written by F.R. Lewis, right? So Aristotle, Poetics, T.S. Eliot, you know all those essays, I.A. Richard, Principle of Literary Criticism, and F.R. Lewis, The Great Tradition. All you all got this question, student? This question has been asked so many times, right? थके तो नहीं हैं आप लोग? Yes. Now, yes, student. I hope you all are enjoying. थकावट तो नहीं फील हो रही है? थक तो नहीं गए पढ़ते पढ़ते? The 100 Years' War, very important war from British literature in the age of Chaucer, in Middle Age, okay. As you know, student, Middle Age in British literature has been divided into three parts, that is before Chaucer, age of Chaucer and after Chaucer. So the 100 Years War is very relevant, and the question is, the 100 Years War with France was started in England in which year? I'm just getting the question. Okay, I'm just getting the answer, sorry. 1348. Nikita has written here 1338, 1337. Okay. Just let me remind you guys the years of this war. Most importantly, 1338 here. 100 Years War starts from 1337 to 1453, and in Middle Age itself you have another important milestone, another important major event happened there, that is Black Death, Peasants Revolt, and the leader of Peasants Revolt was Red Teller. This question has been asked in your examination previously. You have Rose War as well, and the time period, you know, 1453 to 85. So 100 Years War basically starts from the year 1337 and it ends in the year 1453. So your option is near about 1338. So option 3 is correct here, student, right? Option 3 is correct. Okay. Is this visible to each one of you? Yes, my students, dear students, you are right. 1338. Yes, 1337 I have taught, but if in your options it's 1338, you can correct it because it's near na to 1337. In many books of English literature, it has mentioned 1338 and somewhere it has mentioned 1337. So you don't need to be worried, Ria. You got my point? You don't need to be worried. That is 1338, the 100 Years War with France was started. And also you have to remember the years of these major events happened in England, that is Black Death, Peasants Revolt and Rose War. This time period also you have to keep in your mind because in your examination these major events also have been asked. Let's go with another question, and another question on your screen is, in which form was Spenser's Amority written? You know, this is famous sonnet cycle written by Spenser, Amority, including with Philip Sidney's Strophel and Stella, okay? Strophel and Stella. Yeah, well done. Very happy to see you guys here on this platform, as I always interact with you guys in our app, in our paid course. But here really I'm glad to see you all. Okay. So it's, of course, it's genre of sonnet, right? Another questions you have, heteroglossa refers to multiplicity of place, multiplicity of voice, multiple authors, none of the above. This question I want from you guys. Heteroglossa, the famous work coined by 𝐂𝐿𝐴. As you know, yes, heteroglossa, the famous work coined by, propounded by 𝐂𝐿𝐴. Just comment there, okay? Afterwards we move to next question, that is Heat and Dust is a novel, very famous novel, student. You know the name. Name is Ruth Prawar Jhabrawala, okay? Ruth Prawar Jhabrawala, very important novel written by him, that is Heat and Dust. Option 2 is correct. This question has been asked 3-4 times in your examination. That is why I have mentioned here. Okay. You have another question, Savitri. You know, very important work, the most important epic in the history of Indian English literature ever written by Sri Aurobindo. Savitri, a literary epic in English, was written by whom? You know the name Sri Aurobindo, most importantly known for the work Savitri, right student? Savitri is one of the most important epic in Indian English literature written by Indian English author Sri Aurobindo, who belonged to Bengali background, right? Similarly, similar to R.N. Tagore and many others. Yes, student, of course, Sri Aurobindo. Very happy to see you. You have another question. Wings of Fire. Very easy question. For sure, you will answer it. As previously, you are correct at this question as well. Wings of Fire is an autobiography written by whom? Student. APJ Abdul Kalam, the most favorite personality of every student. I know. You have another question, that is, what is the rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet? Very easy question again. You know, sonnet has been divided basically into two parts, Petrarchan sonnet and Shakespearean sonnet. In Shakespearean sonnet, as sonnet, you know, of 14 lines. In Shakespearean sonnet, you have 3 quatrains and a couplet. And couplet is actually a resolution of every questions, right? In Petrarchan sonnet, you have octave and sestet. So here, many times they have asked rhyme scheme of sonnet, and here I have mentioned Shakespearean sonnet, Petrarchan sonnet as well. They can ask in your examination. So remember, the rhyme scheme of Petrarchan sonnet is what? Just you let me know, student. It's very easy question. Of course, it's B. Very true. Yes, student, you all are true, you all are correct at your point, that is AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GZ. And one important formula, one basic formula you have to remember while remembering the rhyme scheme of Petrarchan sonnet, that is Abba, Abba, CD, 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 E. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. That is above for tree. Means I'm just giving you a trick to remember the rhyme scheme of Petrarchan sonnet, right? This is the rhyme scheme of Petrarchan sonnet, and this one A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, Z. That is the rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet, which has 3 quatrains and a couplet. And also in Petrarchan sonnet, you have octave and sestet, right, student? It's very easy question. Let's move to another. And as you know, in your examination, these kind of questions will be asked, assertion regions, match of the following, and many multiple kind of questions. So here, this new kind of question you have, just you have to match it, right? Very important work written by these famous authors, Sailing to Byzantium, right? Ash Wednesday, Ulysses, Sons and Lover. You have to just let me know the names. Sailing to Byzantium, the famous work written by which author? Ash Wednesday, okay? Ash Wednesday, Ulysses, Sons and Lover. All these works by which author? Yes, student, as it's obvious, Sailing to Byzantium by W.B. Yeats. Ash Wednesday by T.S. Eliot. Ulysses, most importantly, James Joyce, you all know. Sons and Lover by D.H. Lawrence, very popular author of the work Lady Chatterley's Lover. Yes, this question have been asked several times in several universities exam. Okay, student. So really, these famous works you have to remember, that is Sailing to Byzantium, As Wednesday, Ulysses, Sons and Lover, Sailing to Byzantium, the work written by W.B. Yeats, As Wednesday written by T.S. Eliot, Ulysses by James Joyce, and Sons and Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Okay, so just you have to find the option here. Sailing Byzantium by W.B. Yeats, that is As Wednesday by T.S. Eliot. This one, 𝐂𝐔𝐄𝐓, Ulysses by James Joyce, that is option 2. You all are correct. Sons and Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Another questions on your screen is, which of the following period is known as Jacobean age? Very easy question. You all know, you all have studied the history of history of British English, history of English literature in your UG course, because it's very basic to be student of English literature. You might have gone through various books of history of English literature. So yes, student, just let me know what's the period of Jacobean age. Yes, Shwetalina, Harshita, Riya, Saurav. Correct. 1603 to 1625. Of course, it's correct. Question option 4 is correct. Yes, you are right, student. It's very easy question although. Another question, the second last question on your screen is, who wrote the seminal critical work Principle of Literary Criticism? As we have discussed already this question, I.A. Richard. The last question on your screen, as I have mentioned already that in literature's exam they have asked several questions from literary award, okay, literary prize. So here, who among the following has been awarded with the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 2022? And as in your syllabus it has mentioned, students, they will ask you in your examination questions associated from literary events, okay, currently happened in the field of literature, right? So just mention the name. Who among the following has been awarded with the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 2022? I know, I hope Riya, wow, V snap all would be correct. Anyway, you just try. It's very well. Oh, student, means 1 hour हो गया, means even I didn't have idea about the time. Anyway, yes, student, who got Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 2022? Of course, Annie Ernaux, right? And just go through this author as well. You will enjoy after reading him. So student, I hope you all have enjoyed this session. Yes, as you know, in CUET concept we have started our SEO selection batch for different courses, right, for different subjects. As I have mentioned already in the beginning of the lecture, I have mentioned those names of different faculties here, right? Political science, history, geography, English, Hindi, sociology as well. So you can download our app, that is CUET Concept, from Play Store, and just stay tuned with CUET Concept on YouTube as well. We will be starting this session, this PYQ session. We will be continuing with this because this session will help you guys for sure. You will score more in your examination because we all are here trying our best to make you aware, to make you get your dream university. Okay, right, like JNU, BHU, DU, EFLU, and you know. So I hope students you all have enjoyed this session. Is there any doubt? Do you have to ask any questions? Any question regarding the session or any question regarding the course? Please ask and just let me know as well, have you enjoyed this session or not? Yes, student? Okay, I hope you don't have any question. No one is asking any question. Okay, so I have also enjoyed, student, and I'm really thankful to all of you. Thank you very much to join this, and we will be continuing this session further as well. And you have another mentor, that is the name Priya ma'am will continue this session, PYQ. And in between I will also teach you guys, right? So you don't need to be worried. We are just here to make you a strength, right? You all are our strength. You students are our inspiration. Okay, so keep studying well, and I'm wishing you all the very best for your examination. Okay, thank you. Bye.